Buffalo.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down. The Steelers at 6-5 now on the year. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. So from the 37, here's 2nd down and 8. Again, it's Johnson. And he stopped immediately there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. But you look at this Bronco defense, it's quite a unit, that's for sure. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass. But the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's 2nd down. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun, Howard. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 23.
And even though this is a top 5 rushing offense, and we see this especially early in the game, they're going to do their best to keep you honest. They don't want you getting the habit of stacking the box, so that's a good throw there, and they're able to come up with the 1st down.
Carry here for Johnson. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Warren will try the right side. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
Well, they went back to it, but the results were similar, so I highly doubt that he'll get another opportunity here on 3rd and long.
They need 12 here. It's 3rd down. So that flag will set him back 5 yards. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Howard. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. Looking to put a drive together. Nix from the shotgun. This one into the hands of Ingram downfield. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. And a throw right sideline is complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 18 more yards there and another first down.
At the 17-yard line.
Throwing Nix. He'll swing this out to Harvey. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Now 2nd and 9. And here's a quick throw out to Mims. So the completion good for just 3. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Back to the air with Nix. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal. At the 6-yard line.
Now it's Nix. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it, incomplete.
Boy, that was lockdown coverage there. He's scanning for someone to come open. That was great work to blanket everyone. And in the end, he's just got to throw it away.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Here's a quick throw right side. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
A gain of 3 yards brings up 4th and
Now Lutz for the field goal try. From the right hash and a bit of a tight angle. The kick by Lutz is good.
The kick is good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
Each team with a possession, each team with a field goal as the kick is away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And a very solid return out across the 45-yard line before going out of bounds.
And that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
He'll be brought throws. It's a sack. Nick Bonito in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. 2nd and long. Complete to Austin here over the middle. The gain of 5. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in situation. The defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He'll try and do this himself. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get him off the field with a 3 and out.
They'll try and throw for it here. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. He tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the Broncos are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Down, back to Harvey. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. They work now on 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's Nix. Pass incomplete. The partner of this offense, 12-0 now on the year following their latest victory. And during the week, a lot of folks making comparisons between this squad and the 1985 Bears. You know, they too were 12-0 at this juncture of the season before losing on a Monday night, 38-24 to the Dolphins at the Orange Bowl way back on December 2nd of 85. But then they'd never lose again en route to winning Super Bowl 20.
And when you look back on it, partner, didn't it almost feel like a setup game? Because they were playing the Dolphins, and the Dolphins were protecting their franchise's undefeated season of 1972, that team. And you know what that team does. They love to celebrate the fact that they still are the only one to get through an entire NFL season that way. That was Dan Marino's 3rd year, playing under the great Don Shula, and they were motivated to keep that franchise's record intact.
They'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing the throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
To throw, here's Nix. Wide open receiver complete. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Evan Ingram, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Broncos will take the lead here in the final minute of the 1st half. Lutz with the extra point. And the lead is now 10-3. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he goes out of bounds just shy of 40, right around the 39, so solid starting field position. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
19, Chuck. Hey, smash. Got it. Cut 19. 19, Lion. 60 Maverick. Panther 11. Go.
They'll look to throw now on first down. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Ready up.
2nd and 10. Back to throw. Howard. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Operating from the gun, Howard. He's got his target. That's complete. Now a timeout called with 3 seconds to go. And, of course, they're in field goal range in the final seconds of this first half. And that will do it for this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. Dances by at the 20. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. On the ground, it's Harvey to start the drive. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they establish that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead, because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
Nix to the air. Now he's going to step up and run. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's second down. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. To throw is Nix. Over the middle, complete. It's Franklin. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Working out of the gun is Nix. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Looking to throw. Nix. A short throw to Ingram. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a 1st down.
They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. At first glance, I wasn't sure he got it. Then I saw that spot. Definitely a 1st down.
It was, but boy, on the other side, you dispute it a little bit, wouldn't you? Okay, if you're playing defense, are you sure he got there? But that's why they tell you all the time, don't just get what you need, get a little bit more, and take the decision out of the hands of the official.
Well, there he needed a yard. He got a yard and maybe an inch.
It's a gain of 16 yards. That's another Broncos 1st down.
Harvey now on 1st and 10. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Marcus Jones there for the tackle.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Now 2nd and 5. Once more with Harvey. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Steelers 6.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the 2nd half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group, it's picked up by the Broncos. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Nick's going to give to Harvey. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Hey, we're going good. A gain of 13 brings up 3rd and less than a yard.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on third down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football.
Trying to run for it. Here's Harvey. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. 59 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
First down. A gain of 19 yards. First down, Denver.
Bombers. Hey, motion.
Again, it's Harvey. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Second and 10. At the Steelers' 18-yard line.
Out of the gun, they go with Harvey.
And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. Nick's going to tap this forward. And he's just going to run right into that big old defensive end, and that play going nowhere.
It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Now Lutz for the field goal try. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. The kick by Lutz is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So that, maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive and put more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they got to do a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved though if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
18 Cardinal.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Completes it to Austin. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 12 more yards there and another first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Man open downfield, it's Metcalf.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Called out a very strong gain of 24.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
And now an audible here into something else.
Broccoli!
Back to throw again. Now he'll tuck this and run. And the Steelers are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Johnson is into the end zone for a Steeler touchdown. So the rushing touchdowns continue to stack up, CD. That now 15 for him on the year.
And give him a ton of credit for staying healthy, being a smart runner, and it's showing just how important he's been to his team. He's got to be their MVP at this point in the season, and those votes may even turn into league MVP votes when it's all said and done.
Boswell good with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here first and 10. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
Second and 6 at the 34-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Operating from the gun, here's Nix. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. You don't see that a ton, do you? Or the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball is moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Caught on the right side by Jones. And even though he gets out of bounds to stop the clock, it's not going to matter. That first down going to be enough to write a finish to this one. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Nix. He'll try and do this himself. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. The Broncos send out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
They'll come up first and 10 here.
Back to throw. Catch is made by Metcalf. And in the out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Here's first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles,